Hey, it's your girl, Simply Anna, and I'm back with another one. I would ask you to first consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and placing a comment down below. Hey everybody, hey! Okay, so I wanted to come and ask you guys, have you been watching the Netflix Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story? Because I have. I've been watching it. Now, I have to be honest with you. I can normally binge watch a show in like one night. 10 episodes, clear them out in one night. But it took me like 5-6 days to finish this one because I kept stopping and pausing and stopping and pausing and pausing and pausing and play. And I think the one episode 6, I think it was, I might have called my friend like 3 times and said, is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? I think it took me 2 days to get through episode 6 alone. But I want to talk about it. I need you to let me know down in the comments. Are you watching it? Are you watching it? Netflix Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Now, I remember the story. I was alive. I remember when he was caught. I remember when he went to court. I remember when he was unalived in prison. I remember all of it. But there's obviously some details that I'm learning watching this 10 episode series that is just totally crazy. But the one thing that I really wanted to know was what happened to Glenda Cleveland, the neighbor who was relentless about wanting to get the police to check Jeffrey out, and the little Asian kid, that 14-year-old that her daughter and her niece found outside delirious. He had gotten away from Jeffrey Dahmer, and they tried to get the police to find out who he was, because this obviously was a kid, and they gave him back to Jeffrey Dahmer, and he obviously, you know what happened with him. But she never gave up. She confronted Jeffrey Dahmer at every opportunity. She was that neighbor who was, always questioning him, and called the police many times, wanting them to come and investigate, look into what was going on over at his apartment. And so I really wanted to know what happened to Glenda Cleveland, because she was just a beautiful woman. And Niecy Nash, oh my gosh, she supreme, played that part wonderfully. I hope to see her get an award for that part, because she really outdid herself. It was phenomenal. But anyway, I wanted to know what happened to Glenda Cleveland. So I found this and I wanted to share it with you. I'll be back.
A remarkable woman.
She really was. Cleveland lived in an apartment building next to Jeffrey Dahmer, but she will forever be remembered as the concerned citizen who repeatedly called police about something she had witnessed that left her asking, "Are you sure?"
Glenda Cleveland was called a hero and a role model citizen during the dark days of Jeffrey Dahmer. John Weiss called her neighbor.
Everybody around here liked her. She was real sweet, real sweet.
Weiss never knew his neighbor was the woman who had called police weeks before anyone ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer. She reported seeing a naked 14-year-old Conarac Synthesum phone running through the alley as he tried to escape Dahmer.
What if he's a child and not an adult? I mean, are you positive this is an adult?
You can hear her voice of concern when police tried to assure her it was just a lover's spat. Conarac was one of Dahmer's 17 victims. Weiss and his friend Lewis Jones says Cleveland never talked about it with them.
She was a real nice person. She had a beautiful personality.
Weiss and Jones say they are going to miss Cleveland, and while they only knew her for about a year, they say she was like a mother to them.
Are you positive?
It was that motherly instinct that drove her to be persistent with police. A lone voice that is still remembered nearly 20 years later, after dying alone in her apartment 2 days before Christmas.
I broke down crying, and stuff, and it's like a mother to me.
Now, Cleveland's daughter tells the Journal Sentinel some of the awards her mother received from that time were still hanging in her apartment. A funeral is planned for this spring when her extended family from Mississippi can travel here.
Fortunately, Glenda Cleveland, she did pass away about 10 years ago, but you can see like she had made an amazing impression on people throughout her life. And even the people that lived around her at the time of her death, they looked at her like a mother figure. I just wanted to find out what happened to Glenda Cleveland, because her voice, her persistence, that she continued to be honored. And some of those awards that she received, they were still hanging on her wall when she passed away. And I hope to see Niecy Nash on the red carpet, because you did a phenomenal job. Tell me down in the comments, you guys, if you are watching the special on Netflix, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Let me know if you're watching it. I would love to talk to you about it. Until the next time, you guys stay blessed.